So the 2024 season is about to wrap up here. The final regular season event before we get into the playoffs. We head out to Stony Creek Golf Club by Chris. I don't know. He spelled it like that. That's not my fault. We're playing off the white tees for round one. High winds out of the south. Fairways are moderate, greens are default, and if we take a look over here, they are firm and they're down kind of in that moderate range. All I know is that this week is shaping up to be a bit of a shootout before they crank the conditions on us next week. So let's go and get some scoring done. There are 5 par 5s and 4 drivables. Well, that definitely would explain a lot about scoring around these parts. And right off the rip, here's one of the par 5s. 100-foot downhill to the green. You got 563 yards with the tailwind. And you'd have to hit a massive 470-something yard thing down there. So we're going to go full send here. Try and get it feeding down the fairway as much as possible. Alright, baby slow, 101, but we've got full backspin on it. It is downwind, downhill. This thing should go and run a nice ways. 360 plus yards on the carry. And we're going to roll out to a nice 398. All right, so we leave 167 yards in for our approach on the par 5. Now we've got a little bit of a plateau in the back. Have to make sure that we're at least carrying towards back here. Do not want to leave ourselves short. Gotta get right into the scoring action. About 12-mile-an-hour wind at the back, coming off the edge just a little bit. So this pitching wedge, give it a little loft, especially with that slope. Ball's below our feet, gonna kick out to the right. Wind work it back left a little bit. Maybe fast, but that's okay. So it's all uphill here. Gonna leave ourselves right around pin high. So not right at it. Then we've got ourselves a left to right breaker that we're gonna have to sink if we want to make this work, but I gotta put a little bit of trust in us this week. You know, if we can get out on the right foot and maybe make some putts and do some things, maybe we can do something pretty special. So let's see here. We're starting it out left. And we get in there for an eagle on the first. Hopefully the first of many. You follow Senna's motto, if you don't go for a gap, you aren't a racer but golfer. You know, I try and play smart golf, but I definitely do take my chances as well. Because it's, you know, what fun would it be if you didn't take some chances? It's all about knowing what tools are in your toolkit. Like, I think that's a big part of it as well. You know, there's taking risks, but it's also taking risks with shots that you're comfortable with and things that you're familiar with doing. You know, I know that I don't have the big overpowereds in the bag, so if I'm going to pull a big overpowered out, I have to also know that it's reasonably safe. All right, we're going to take this pitch up, land it short, get it to bounce and check. On the slow bounce bite. Okay. Took a little bit more of a hop. Like there was an extra little skip in there. I mean, this is we're gonna have. I know it's a long road, right? Like 70 holes to go, but this is what you have to do if you want to be fighting. All right, 165. Probably carries about 168 or so. It's probably gonna carry just past this. Take a kick, and then a little bit of release. And I would probably rather be up. There and rolling a bit. So let's also take a look here. I feel like if you play a little bit of loft and a little bit of draw on it, because what I'm thinking is if you try and go straight in at this, it's going to kick you this way and then come back a little bit. If you start it out right to left and try and feed it a little bit more through. Gonna have to do a little bit more draw because of the uphill. Let's see, so this will start out to the right, start way out to the right, and start to cut back. Yeah, we'll go here. Hit it a little bit slow. It's gonna feed a bit right to left. Yeah, that was definitely the right shot. We'll get in there for another birdie. What's going on, Casey? You try to play smart until you know you can't win, then it's having fun just trying to execute shots. Probably why you've been demoted twice this season already. Well, that and, like, if the bar is I'm not gonna win, then yeah, I'd be doing crazy stuff all the time, right? Okay, so this is a drivable par 4. But it begs the question of where do you want to be and what are you trying to do with this shot? So it's 335 basically to get on. It's mid to upper 320s to get into the bunker. So you can obviously carry right into the bunker pretty easily. It's a question of do you try and bounce it through? Hey, thank you for the luck, Chris. Because if you just go over to the right here and play to get it on the green, you're not going to get it anywhere towards the hole. And then you're left with like some sort of long uphill, downhill, maybe breaker putt. Splash shot, definitely not a bad choice. It's just about do you try and run it through. 317, 318. Because that kicks hard right. So it's like, you definitely don't want to be up here, right? If we go long, you're probably just chipping it back and then having to come up out of the rough for par or for birdie. Whereas I think if you go, I'm just going to play it for the bunker. Get the bunker, get a nice little up and down on the splash shot. Call it good. Unintentional. Why did that go so far? Did I leave more backspin on that than I thought? LOL. It rolls all the way off. I mean, I know that that's a little bit downhill to there. I must have put a little bit too much backspin on it or something, because that carried a long way. All right, well, new situation. This isn't what we planned for, but we're going to try and make it work. We want to get the chip. It looks like somewhere right around this mark, maybe a touch to the right. And it's going to come out quite a bit left up the hill and along, so it's still going to be out here. And then it's all about distance control at this point. Decent line. It's a little high to the right, I think. Oh, it did! It did dip at the end. Get in there! Alright, 6 under through 4. That's how these tournaments are meant to be played, right? Alright, get a little bit trigger happy there, or analog stick happy, whatever you want to call it, on that drive. So we hit it fast, which makes our job just that bit tougher. Surprisingly, though, driver off the deck lie works, but this becomes that question of, like, if you can get it on and have the momentum, it'll roll back down too much and you've got a shot of death. If you bounce it up from here, you might actually get, well, the momentum. This probably brings it down like here. So you would have to go straight at it. 270. There's too much danger doing that shot. There's like way too much danger doing that shot. As much as I would like to. And then like this one, you'd have to overpower it quite a bit to get it. So I put myself in a spot. So let's go up here. As much as this pains me, I just got a little ahead of myself on that tee shot. We can still make birdie, but we just don't have the chance for an easier eagle attempt. Not that it would even be easy, but if we could have been a little more right, take a 3-wood in here, you can definitely sit that down. Driver just has way too low of a ball flight. Pitching wedge, like or lob wedge pitch, there's part of me that's tempted to try and roll it to here and back, but I think that that's probably a bad call. That's probably just a bad call. Like, play it normal. Like, you don't need to do anything crazy. Get it right below the hole and tap it in. All right, 294 yards. The wind is sideways, so this creates a little bit of predicament. Because 3-wood carries to like here. I definitely would like to drive it up there. But it's like, how much? I think if I de-loft the driver, that's a bad play. But I think if we play the chippy driver here, that kicks. All right. A little bit too fast. We're going to lose distance here, and we're going to kick out into this rough. Okay. We're going to play the shots that we feel, so... You know, that felt like the right call. It wasn't, so be it. If I try and play the chip shot, I think I am looking at a flop here. So you're looking at about 30 at the longest. Definitely not with this. Gotta be careful about going what should be OB behind. 39, 37, 30. It's like, I think this is too long, but I think this flop shot... Okay, played it too much to the right, or to the left, rather. Yeah, so... mistake there for sure. Like, if I aim that a little bit more, it can't catch that ridge. That's just... I put myself in a bad spot off the tee, and then I thought that that was... the way the lie was at my feet, I really thought it was going to go right. But apparently my brain also thought I was over-aiming because I pushed that shot so far out to the right side. I can't believe that. Grabbed the edge. I really can't believe that grabbed the edge. Those are the ones that, like, normally just skim the other way for me, so we'll absolutely take it. Sometimes things just start going your way. This is a tough hole location. Tucked on the left-hand side. If you try and take a 5-iron, like, I have to land it here and just let it release past and take the backstop, I guess. You can see my brain on that swing plane saying, you will absolutely be enough to the right. I mean, that was the shot. That was the club, the aim, everything. Just shove that one a little bit too far to the right, trying to make sure we don't go off the left-hand side of the green. Alright, these are ones that I have historically struggled with. Okay, but you know what? Missing it high side? I think I hit it a little bit far. We'll take a high side miss. We will take a high side miss. Is there any benefit to trying to cut this corner? I feel like it's actually bait with the way this wind is. The way the wind is and the way the elevation is towards the green. Actually, did I just hit a 3-wood? I think I did. Okay, well, unintentionally playing it a little bit safer. Of course, you could shoot under par with 2 clubs? With 2 clubs? Yeah. Are you counting the driver as one of those clubs? I guess with it being short, you just take like a 7-iron and a... I mean, not a driver, 7-iron and a putter. Like if you're counting the putter as one of the clubs. You've got like... got a good amount of wind here. Playing 10 plus yards. Like, the question is, do you hit that slope and try and run it down to the hole, or do you... The way this lie is, I'm wondering... Hit that, and then you probably roll out the back. The other option is take the upper club here and then try and put some shape on it to sit it. Okay. I took a little bit too much off of it, but the thought is like, do you like fly it past that slope or see if that slope is gonna play? And I just didn't want to experience running off the back of the green, trying to play the lower club there and letting it release from higher up. You know, unfortunately, this is, you know, not an easy putt here. No, come on, man. Par on the last two. It was going like too well, I guess. All right, so we do have another par 5 here, but this one playing a lot longer, 540 into the wind and uphill. So definitely going to be a stretch if we want to have any chance at it. 42 feet up, 238, suddenly playing 252, 254, then this wind. Okay, so this is where the calculated risk side of things comes into play. I'm going to try and go 3-wood. Out to the right here a little bit, and we're going to just try and hit a little overpower. I only got 102. And I didn't aim it far enough to the left. Kick through. Kick nice. Yeah, but I had the shot there, Seb. I had the shot. Get that a little bit left, and that feed's nice. I'm honestly surprised to get that much check out of it from there. Really was not prepared for it that way. Alright, but we'll take the bird. How many yards does 42 feet uphill take off? Must have miscalculated as you thought you were so far short. 14 yards. It's essentially it's 1 yard. It's 1 yard to 1 yard. They just give it to you in feet, so you got to do the 3-to-1 conversion. Down 106. It's not all the way down, but that hard banks. I guess you would take like a 3-wood here, right? 3-wood, like, spin it back. It's gonna go a good ways, but get it to a point where you're gonna be comfortably on the fairway. Driver is no bueno. Only 8 under through 8 with two drivables and 3 par 5s to go. Seb, I don't play practice rounds, man, so I don't know what's coming. I'm just here looking at what's in front of me. You know, made opportunities versus missed opportunities. Thought it was 20 plus wind equals 30. Yeah, so that was 14 and then wind in the face, and then like obviously with it being uphill. Was the wind in the face? Yeah, wind was in the face. So like it's plus wind in the face. And then you kind of have to deduct a little bit because it's uphill, so like the wind doesn't play quite as much. All right, let's see here. 72, but then you've got this lie, so you're probably going pretty close to your number here. So I'll take just a little bit off of this. That's a little fast, yeah. I knew as soon as I hit that I kind of slammed the stick forward. So how much does this feed back, or does it just feed away? All right, not making things easy on myself. That was a poor shot. Makes 9 under through 9 feel like a bad start. Well, when the competition is what the competition is, right? Like I think that's the biggest variable, so to speak. Is like the competition is just so strong that it's like, well, yeah, no, you have to have. Come on, dude. You have to have ridiculous scores if you want to be in a good spot. All right. Downhill, downwind, very tight spot. Right is an okay miss. .94, 98. Wind at the back here. 103. Ah, baby slowed it. Distance should be pretty good. It's just that line being a little bit off. Think 72 under may not win it, which says a lot. Yeah, no, I mean, if it's playing like this, there's bound to be somebody that shoots the crazy number like that. I wouldn't be surprised by it. I wouldn't be surprised by it. I'm not that consistent, so like even if we were to pop off around here, you know, doing it a couple times over, I don't know. Obviously, love to believe that about ourselves, that we could. All right, we're de-lofting this sucker here. All right, we hit our shot. Oh, yes, we did. Oh, yes, we did. Get in there. This is one that is drivable by distance only. I ain't doing anything stupid here. I'll take my 4-iron. Get it to center right fairway here. I'm a little bit further back. Like, I did play this a little bit safer. Definitely a little bit safer than I should have. But, like, I was a little bit scared about going up from my 4-iron to my hybrid and then suddenly pushing it still to the water. So, this will go downhill. Couple yards. Wind's still in. Play a couple yards off. All right, nice little pitch shot. Good strike. I'm glad I moved that back to the right. All right, we're a little bit low here. It's also not really a great chip, I don't think. We're gonna try and putt this through the rough. Putt it through the rough, get it up and in. All right, good play. Par 5, 75 feet downhill. Just get it up and around the trees here. Only 101. We're gonna get down here, get a little bit of feed towards the green. Still 213, still gotta go over trees again. All right, so you got a front hole location. It's gotta be this. 227. Let's see here, 227. 223, and then you've got a tenner in the face. That's 213 plus, it's a high wind. So like 208 plus the downhill. So it's playing back in here. This 4-iron is... I love Pickles, thank you for the follow. Yeah, we're in a bit of a tight squeeze here, because if I try and de-loft this 4-iron, I'm gonna put it in the tree. But de-loft is the only way I'm getting it through. If I play full backspin, I think we're still short. Now this gets weird. Hybrid, 249. 245. 230, maybe into the 220s. And then we can loft it. Alright, this is going to be a little bit on the dumb side, and I hope I don't blow it, but we're going to go fully lofted hybrid here. Just play it out to the left, because that's the safe spot, and just go from there. Sound like I know what I'm doing? I try to sound like I know what I'm doing. Baby slow. Oh, that's money. That's money. Be so good. It was almost the albatross. We haven't nipple lasered in so long. We haven't nipple lasered in so long. Why is that almost miss low, man? Why is it never simple? Why is it never just like, ah yes, here's this nice little eagle putt to the center of the hole? It's always Always making me sweat. Oh, man. Okay. 203. Take like 8, 12, 191. So that's pin high plus the wind back. Yo, what's going on, Justin? How you doing, dude? All right. Gonna draw the 6-iron in here. Hit the strike. Oh, we're coming back online. Take the little kick to the right. It's gonna kick too hard, right? And not enough forward. Oh, that's still really good. That's still really good. Well, we're 15 under through 15 holes, Justin, so we're doing pretty well, man. I mean, it's a shootout week, so you got guys that are going 19 under. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some 20s out there this week. But the fact that we're hanging out with those guys, that's good. Yeah, thanks, Whoa. How did things go for you this week? Assuming you've already played, right? Alright, 162. We could effectively land this right around pin high. Maybe 160 at the earliest. 21, so if we're looking to go 182, 184, 186. $95? Is it really playing this much, club? I guess it is. I hit it a little too slow. We're gonna hang out to the right, but it was still enough leg to get to the right shelf. You got to 70 under, so pretty good. Yeah, just, you know, a normal week. Pretty average. All right, so well, you gotta teach me how to putt, man. You gotta teach me how to read these. Cause what we've got, big break at the start. That gets the ball rolling. Something like there. Won't like how you putt? Yeah, but like, I don't know. Just get me inside the brain. I need somebody. I need somebody. There's no reason why I should be where I am and be as bad of a putter as I am. It really doesn't make much sense. Okay, you can't realistically drive this, right? Because if you take the driver, it's just not, you're just gonna roll through. What if I take 3 wood? If you go full full D loft on the driver, you're gonna hit here and just be gone. You'd have to hit it like here, kick it. It just doesn't. I know you can drive it, Seb. It's just a matter of what is the result going to be. I guess no result is ultimately too bad here. Need to land this right of the hole though, so it bounces left. I hit it too fast. That's almost what happened on that earlier drivable 4. Oh, got a lucky kick there, not a lucky kick there. Stay up. That'll work. You make your first move, envision a putt preview, and just assume you're missing low every time. Yeah, I try and do that. I need to almost just sit down and play with putt preview for like a really, really long time. Oh, you make the adjustment no matter what. See, I get into the weird head game of I make the adjustment, and on the ones I make the adjustment, I miss. On the ones I don't make the adjustment, I miss low. And I'm like, always left wondering, why can't I find the back of the cup? All right, 9 yards, kind of a straight one at this distance. Gonna pull left. Kick right and release. I just didn't get it high enough. Just a touch short. All right, par 5 on the last. Apparently we're laying this up. Yeah, I got like the good kick and then it kicked too hard to the left. Works a lot of the time, sometimes not. Yeah, I mean, if you're always adding, right, like at some point you're going to read it right the first time and overcorrect it. So let's see here. Take a little bit off the D-loft. Play a little bit of a stinger still, but land it just over the fairway. And try and stretch this fairway as much as we can. Just want to get as short of a shot in as possible. Okay, so 135. Got a little gappy wedge. Nothing like a gap wedge on a par 5, you know? That's going to be about 133, 134 carry, wind at the back a little bit. You're going past the hole, bouncing, and at 134, it's not coming back. It is not coming back at all. So you are looking to go somewhere out here. And then it's about how much you take off. Something like this. Nah, played it a little not enough to the left. This isn't gonna roll back much though. That was kind of unfortunate because I think it hit the edge. I think we got a fairway bounce there instead because that's a pretty big bounce for a fairly spun gap wedge. All right, that's got a bigger break at the very end of it. So let's see what we can do here. It's on this ridge. It's going, it's breaking, it's going through and breaking even more. And then that last little bit. Turn hard. Ah, I moved the extra. See, that's the I moved it extra. Whoa, and we were much closer. So, you know, it is a guessing game. It is a guessing game, but we'll get in there. 18 under to start the tournament. Obviously, we got 3 rounds left, but this is a fantastic start for us. Not something that we're used to around here, but we'll see what we can do in round 2. Hopefully, a little bit more of this.